Think for a moment. Imagine waking up every day knowing that a significant part of your frustration, exhaustion, and even self-doubt does not come from your lack of intelligence, but from constantly having to deal with people who do not think, reflect, or reason at the same level you do. Imagine realizing that many of your conflicts are not caused by malice, but by something far more dangerous: stupidity combined with confidence. Today we are going to explore a perspective that is uncomfortable, provocative, and deeply liberating. And I promise you this: the final insight of this journey will be the most important and powerful of all, capable of changing how you see people, society, and yourself. Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most penetrating and pessimistic philosophers of human nature, did not believe stupidity was merely a lack of intelligence. For him, it was a force, a structural problem of the human condition. A force that intelligent people must learn to recognize, navigate, and above all survive. This video is not about arrogance or superiority. It is about self-preservation, clarity, and wisdom in a world that often rewards noise over depth and confidence over understanding. If you appreciate deep reflections drawn from philosophy, psychology, and timeless wisdom, take a moment now to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with someone who needs it, and write your thoughts in the comments. What we will uncover here may challenge your beliefs, but it may also transform the way you understand life and human behavior. Schopenhauer observed something that remains painfully relevant today. Intelligent people suffer more, not because they are weak, but because they see more clearly. They perceive contradictions, hypocrisies, and absurdities that others pass by without noticing. While a shallow mind rests comfortably in simplistic explanations, the reflective mind wrestles with complexity. This awareness becomes a burden when intelligence is forced to coexist with stupidity that is loud, assertive, and socially validated. According to Schopenhauer, stupidity is not simply ignorance. Ignorance can be cured through learning. Stupidity, however, is resistant to correction. It is the inability or unwillingness to think critically, paired with an emotional attachment to one's own opinions. This is why arguing with stupid people feels so draining. They do not seek truth. They seek validation. And when their beliefs are threatened, they respond not with reason, but with aggression, mockery, or moral outrage. Think about how often you have tried to explain something obvious, logical, or well-supported, only to be met with hostility or ridicule. Have you noticed how facts rarely change minds when pride is involved? Schopenhauer warned that the greatest danger of stupidity lies in its confidence. A stupid person who doubts himself is mostly harmless. A stupid person who is convinced he is right becomes a source of chaos. Here is a question worth reflecting on. How many of your emotional wounds were caused not by evil people, but by people who simply could not understand the consequences of their actions? How often have you lowered your standards, silenced your thoughts, or doubted your intelligence just to maintain peace with those who could not meet you at your level of reasoning? Schopenhauer believed that society often empowers stupidity because it is comforting. Simple ideas are easier to accept. Loud certainty is more attractive than quiet doubt. This creates an environment where intelligent people are pressured to conform, to simplify themselves, to stop asking uncomfortable questions. Over time, this leads to frustration, isolation, and a deep sense of alienation. Yet Schopenhauer did not advocate arrogance or open contempt. On the contrary, he proposed a strategy rooted in realism. The intelligent person must learn discernment. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every truth must be spoken. Wisdom lies not in proving others wrong, but in protecting one's inner peace and intellectual integrity. As you continue listening, you will begin to see why reacting emotionally to stupidity is one of the greatest mistakes intelligent people make. Later, we will uncover why silence can be more powerful than argument, and why distance is often the most compassionate and intelligent response of all. But before we reach that point, we must first understand why stupidity affects us so deeply, and why it seems to multiply in modern society. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, who drains your energy the most? Those who challenge you intellectually, or those who refuse to think at all? Write your thoughts in the comments. Your reflection may resonate with more people than you imagine. This is only the beginning. What comes next will reveal the psychological trap that intelligent people fall into when dealing with stupidity, and how Schopenhauer's insights can help you escape it without losing your humanity. The real problem begins when intelligent people assume that reason alone can bridge every gap. Schopenhauer warned that this belief is not only naive, but dangerous. Intelligence naturally seeks coherence, logic, and dialogue. It assumes that if an idea is explained clearly enough, it will be understood and accepted. But this assumption collapses when confronted with stupidity, not because the explanation is flawed, but because the listener lacks the inner structure required to receive it. Stupidity, in Schopenhauer's view, is deeply connected to the will. Human beings are not primarily rational creatures. They are driven by desires, fears, and emotional investments. Reason often serves these impulses rather than guiding them. A stupid person is not incapable of understanding facts. He is unwilling to let facts disturb his sense of certainty or self-importance. This is why logic feels threatening to him. It exposes limitations he refuses to acknowledge. This creates a psychological trap for intelligent people. They keep explaining, clarifying, justifying, believing that persistence will eventually lead to understanding. Instead, they become exhausted, misunderstood, and sometimes even resented. Schopenhauer observed that when reason confronts stupidity, it rarely enlightens. More often, it provokes hostility. The stupid person feels attacked, even when no attack was intended. Have you ever noticed how calm explanations are sometimes met with anger? How polite disagreement escalates into personal offense?